And coming to you from the borough of Brooklyn, I'm Blake Suniga. Pleased to have you here along with my broadcast partners, Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz. And now a quick check of our starting lineups showing us who will hit the floor first.
When we talk about players that just flat out win, who comes to mind?
Well, give me Breanna Stewart. 4 titles in college and a couple more in the WNBA. Stewie knows how to do one thing, and that's get rings.
Yeah, Stewie is incredible, and she just wins, flat out. But I'm going to go with Chelsea Gray. 3 WNBA titles, including the last 2. She really helped Las Vegas and that core get over the hump.
Now here's Smith. Pass to McBride. Carlton. Shot clock at 5. Stewart grabs the miss. Loud outside. Ionescu has it. She's guarded by Williams. There's the triple. And Sabrina Ionescu with the 3.
Can't give Ionescu any airspace from downtown. If you do, she'll torch you from there.
Pass to McBride. Back to Collier. Outside Williams. The screen by Collier. Williams can't get it to go.
Well, when you talk about Courtney Williams, her versatility is what stands out the most.
Yeah, she doesn't dominate any individual statistic per se, but she does well in pretty much every category, which is what makes her such a valuable part of this team.
Now here's Collier. On the wing, Kayla McBride connects from 3-point range.
I love how McBride is unafraid of making mistakes, and she really just plays her game and then will live with the results.
Here's Cloud. Pass to Stewart, beyond the arc. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, it sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Screen by Smith. Good work defensively by Breanna Stewart. Now Cloud. Jones, covered by Smith. Pass to Stewart. Ionescu. The tray. And it's Collier with the rebound. McBride outside. Carlton. Another 3 for Minnesota.
Understanding defense is better than most. McBride's a playmaker with an advanced feel for the game.
Now here's Cloud. Pass to Jones. Back to Ionescu. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Smith.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Now here's Collier. To the middle. Stolen. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Back to Stewart. Ionescu. Another miss by Sabrina Ionescu. Smith, guarded by Jones.
And intimidating interior presence. Smith uses her toughness to get her way down low.
And in 2023, Minnesota finished as the 6th seed with a record of 19-21.
Well, Minnesota missed the playoffs in 2022, which ended their 11-year postseason streak. But they regrouped, and in 2023, they took the Sun the full 3 games in the first round, almost pulling off the huge upset. But what was most important was getting back to the postseason.
Now here's Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Back to Collier. And a good offensive board, and she gets the bucket.
Great to see her score inside. Collier is an all-around forward, capable of scoring in a variety of ways, including in the paint.
Here's Cloud. Lets the 3 fly.
Offensive rebound.
And that one's good. Jones.
He got caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance points.
They need more effort than that on the boards. That can't happen.
Absolutely.
Now here's Smith. Down low. Here's Collier. That one drops for her second bucket. Marker 2 for 4. The Liberty Trail. Ionescu outside. Pick by Jones. Pass to Ionescu. Stewart. Shot clock at 6. Off target from the baseline.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish her there.
Terrific D. That's how to protect the rim.
Here's Ionescu. Stewart inside. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
Very smart from Stewart to get to the line. She's one of the best in the WNBA at drawing fouls.
This is her first opportunity at the line this evening. The first free throw is good.
Well, something that's always stood out to me about Breanna Stewart, not only her incredible skill, but she just has phenomenal handles for a player with her length.
And that's good as she hits both shots. The Lynx trailing. Right outside. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And these two teams continue to trade punches back and forth like heavyweight fighters.
The momentum swings are impossible to keep track of. The energy in this building just keeps changing.
It's been such a crazy game.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Liberty out in front, leading by a point. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. A close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
It's been a long-range battle for them, and one they are winning.
Some sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
And so it's New York with it. Pass to Burke. Jones. Peely defending. And that one's good. Jones.
Now you can tell Jones knows when it's time to dominate, go inside, and take charge of the paint.
Now here's Shepard, guarded by Sabali. Back to McBride. Launches a 3. New York with the rebound.
Well, who doesn't love a guard who can be prolific while also being efficient? That's what Kayla McBride does. She makes very few bad plays.
Well, it starts with great shot selection, right? She makes the smart pass rather than the flashy one. keeps the turnovers to a minimum, and she's someone you trust to read the floor and make good choices.
Kept alive. Jones buries it down low.
Well, Jones has a talent for owning the boards. Here she keeps the play alive and finishes it strong.
Outside Miller.
Pass to Heidemann. McBride up top. This one for three. It's rebounded by Savali. New York in the lead. Savali the screen. Here's Davis.
Diamond Miller with some nice defense.
And here are the Lynx now. Here's Shepard. A rebound by Burke.
She's a very strong finisher, guys. I'm surprised that she wasn't able to power that through the defense.
That one off the back iron and out. Pass to Shepard. Now Heidemann. Now here's McBride. There's the three. Drills it from outside.
Beautifully crafted for maximum efficiency. McBride's a natural playmaker.
Jones outside. That shot off. They've been hanging in there.
Yeah, and a chance here to jump on top.
And here's Kayla McBride from the arc.
Offensive rebound.
Shepard can't get it to go. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second period. Inside. And it's Savali missing.
Outside Miller.
Pass to Heidemann. Trying her luck from deep. Knocks down the three ball.
And one major rule change this year, the addition of the reset timeout.
It's something that's been around in the G League for a while, and it's worked really well there. So they brought it to the W.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it in the G League, and I know it'll be an awesome new wrinkle for the WNBA.
Timeout called the Liberty. And about 3 minutes played now in this second quarter. Ionescu outside. Over McBride. New York, no good that time either.
She can't get anything to drop, and the way she's going, it's probably not something to try to shoot her way out of.
And I'm sure her teammates would agree with that. You know, the last thing they want to see her doing is shooting it.
Count that bucket.
On the drive, McBride can be so dynamic, which helps her beat the defense.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. That one's good, and so Natasha Cloud gets the assist.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
For three, Nafisa Collier. Rebound New York.
One of the key cogs in Washington's 2019 title run, Natasha Cloud.
I mean, she was huge. The Mystics getting their first title with Cloud as the starting point guard. She's a bona fide clutch player, someone you want on the floor in big moments.
Zero hesitation on Ionescu's shots. She's pretty much got it all picked out so that once she gets the ball, she's automatic.
Here's Collier. That's good for her third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
That's just run-of-the-mill for her. She's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Cloud outside. Pass to Stewart. Ionescu. From outside, off the mark. Outside, Williams. Right outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
Her three-point shot has been real rough here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped her from attempting them, but it's time to give it a rest.
Cloud outside. Off target from three-point range. Now here's Williams. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Collier inside. She's covered by Cloud. The kick out to Williams. Five on the clock. And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Yes, and it's Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
Off the court, McBride is lighthearted, but she's a killer on the court. Basketball is everything to her.
Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. There's Jonquel Jones with the...
That is massive. The three at the buzzer ties it up, and they'll go to the break dead even.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drums. And thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for the participant.
Start of the third quarter here after a closely contested first half. And it's been one outstanding game from Kayla McBride.
And I wonder how long she can continue to shoot the three ball as well as she has up to this point. She's been quite simply lights out.
Yeah, exactly. And this is something we both know, that sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks as wide as the Grand Canyon, and it really might be one of those nights for her.
Here's Ionescu. Three-pointer. Minnesota grabs the miss.
Early on, she tried to shoot her way out of this funk, but now that it's later in the game, I think she might want to just give it up and look for her teammates to do the bulk of the scoring.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. If you're waiting for her to miss when she's that open, you're going to be waiting a very long time.
Pass to Ionescu. Back to Cloud. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Here's Collier. 8 points for her. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. The screen by Collier. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Minnesota.
Can they make some sort of defensive adjustment? Because guess what? She is killing them from three-point range.
And even when they have closed out on her, she's still knocking them down. I mean, this is just an unbelievable performance we're seeing right now.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Pass to Smith. Back to Collier. And she tries off the glass, but it's no good.
You know, some players struggle with the transition from college to pros, but not Nafisa Collier.
I mean, her rookie year was ridiculous. She led the league in minutes. She was an all-star as a rookie. Remember, Collier won a national championship in college. She was used to the spotlight. She's coming to the league as an all-star level player, and we've seen her just improve.
Minnesota trailing. Now Williams. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Here's Kayla McBride from the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams.
With a smooth touch from outside, McBride's versatility leaves defenses pretty vulnerable.
New York calls timeout. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Ionescu. She's guarded by Williams. Pass to Cloud. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Stewart. Fires from deep. No good that time.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
McBride misses.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The team got lucky.
Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Good on the triple.
Well, when you look at that 2024 WNBA draft, by far the most watched in league history, and arguably the most talent we've ever seen in a draft as well.
Well, the previous draft high was just about 600,000 viewers. This last one had 2.4 million, shattering the 20-year-old record.
And really, to me, the most exciting part of the WNBA right now, it's all the new viewers tuning in. It's just incredible.
New York leading. Fires the 3. And Carlton pulls it down. Pass to Williams. And here's Collier. Defended by Stewart. And it's Collier missing. And so it's New York with it. Here's Jones. Covered by Smith. Now here is Ionescu. Back to Jones. And Jonquel Jones gets double teamed. Cloud outside. Offline with the three. On the wing, Alana Smith. To the paint. McBride. Poked away.
Tremendous. You love to see a smaller player who can mix it up inside.
Pass to Stewart. It's hauled in by Smith.
Great defense right there to prevent one of the best finishers in the league from converting in close.
Collier up top. Screen by Smith. Goes up on the wing. And she gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And it's a tie ball game.
Love Collier's discipline on offense. Looks for a shot she likes and dedicates to it.
Ionescu outside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Those types of mistakes are magnified when it's a tight game like this.
So both teams making some changes here. And here's Miller. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Just good by Samuelson.
I can't believe it. They cannot forget about her like that. She's not going to miss that open look.
Outside, Stewart. Johannes. Six to shoot. Back to Stewart. From the arc. And she's good on the three ball.
An emphatic three-point answer from Stewart, refusing to let the opposing team own the arc.
Nafisa Collier on the wing. Puts it up from 12. Ooh, no luck on that one. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. We'll take a quick break and then get back to the action. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. Fourth quarter right ahead, and what'll be a very well-contested game. Here's Heidemann. Pass to Peely. Miller. Now McBride, covered by Ionescu. Here's Heidemann. They get it again. Out to Miller. Expanding her range. Good on the three-point shot.
This is a shot that Miller is still developing, but it looked pretty smooth that time.
Here's Burke. Jacks up a three. That one's good, and so Natasha Cloud gets the assist.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball at one end with their own.
A three-point battle starting to take shape here.
Back to McBride. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Harrison. And it's New York's ball. Ionescu outside. The three-pointer, no good. Here's Heidemann. And it's off from three-point range. Now Burke. Right side, Sabali. And it's McBride with the foul. That is her first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution for the Lynx. Number 10, Courtney Williams.
On the wing, Natasha Cloud. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. So the Lynx now. Out to the left wing. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. The Liberty trail. Ionescu outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And here's Heidemann.
Cloud brings the double team. Here's Shepard. The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
With the perfect physical frame for interior scoring, Shepard can sure do some damage down low.
Back to Cloud. Sabali the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Tasha Cloud from outside. And again, it's the Liberty missing. Now the Lynx with it. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Here's Burke. McBride covering. Pass to Harrison. Out to the wing. Cloud outside. Sabali down low. Healy defending. And that one's good. Sabali.
Crash the boards with purpose right there. Some hard-earned second chance points.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
They want to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and now's the time to do it.
Yeah, there was clearly some things going on out there that the coaching staff just wasn't a fan of.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Smith. And the Lynx miss again.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Stewart inside.
Collier's there.
Clock at 6. Back to Stewart. Ionescu outside. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Collier outside. Pass to Williams. Now McBride. Smith left side. That falls. Great assist by Kayla McBride.
With a naturally quick release, Smith is an effective option in catch-and-shoot situations.
They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right, their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark. Pass to Ionescu. Puts up a 3. Cans it from downtown.
What a huge basket. Ionescu is at her best in the game's biggest moments.
it. Collier with it. Defended by Stewart. Back to Williams. Watches it. Rebound New York. Escu up top. McBride covering. Chalk up 2 right there.
Fearless at the finish. Ionescu is one of those players that just thrives in clutch moments.
Now here's Collier. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shots. That's on Jones.
I like Collier's ability to capitalize on a defender's mistakes. If you're not disciplined, she'll make you pay.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up 2. And she hits both free throws. And it's a 3-point game. New York calls timeout. From deep 3-point range,
They grab their own miss.
nails it, and that shot brings them within just 1.
Look, a big part of being a dominant scorer is coming through with big buckets for your team. Stewart simply thrives under pressure.
Collier.
Defended by Stewart. And that one hits back iron. And so it's New York with it. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
Not afraid of a little physicality. Ionescu is clever at drawing contact when she gets near the rim.
Team foul. At the line for New York, Sabrina Ionescu. 2 shots.
She sinks the clutch free throw. And so she's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
A lot of players say they want to be in those situations, but she truly does. What a clutch performer.
Minnesota calls a timeout.
Now, they've got enough time that they can run really whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. Now, they're in a good shape here. Shot clock's off, but still enough ticks left on the game clock to run a normal play.
Here's Collier. It's in!
Timeout called for Liberty.
They don't have enough time here to catch and shoot. Their only hope is to try to tip it in off the inbound pass. That's always a difficult shot.
So it's a narrow victory for the Lynx, pulling it out for the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's a wrap, everyone.